with me. Slow it. I ain't finna stop till they make the rap blow it. Shout out y'all, she was with me at my lowest. Best baby daddy in the world and you know it. I thought that I was done, he said hop back in. Made it to the league, this is not Pac-10. Headline set, that's a big back end. Let the beat drop, bring that back in. Fresh out the bay, the game in 19s. Slap, what do that mean? It mean that banging. Had my hand out, let me hang it. These no can't with me. If I do a song with you, that's a luxury. If Hit Boy work with you, that's a luxury. Don't step on my crocs, these luxury. Man, what a hell of a year it's been. Keep on bluffing, but I just can't win. Drown my sons, but they learn to swim. Man, what a hell of a year it's been. Head in a bottle for my heart in a case. It's getting harder to act my age. Play a sad song on a tiny violin for the man at the bar confessing his sins. I need some good news. Send me sipping on cold truth. Nobody knows what I'm going through, but the devil ain't walking my shoes. Wish someone told me living this life would be lonely. Trying to get away from the old me. Still start singing these blues. All I really need is a little good news. Love keeps knocking, but I just stay home. I ain't picking no flowers for the seeds that I'm sown. They say it gets darker when you're coming on door. Still looking for the right at the end of my wrongs. At the end of my wrongs, I need some good news. Sitting here sipping on cold truth. Nobody knows what I'm going through, but the devil will walk in my shoes. Wish someone told me living this life would be lonely. Trying to get away.
It's had many names, but only one NFL team over the years. We're at the home of the Dolphins, Hard Rock Stadium in Miami, Florida. Jason Sanders is out, ready to kick this one away. And here we go from Miami. Returning it from the 4. And he's walloped just as he gets across the 25. What a hit. He's down shy of the 30. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Stroud in the air to start us off. The right side hauled in by Collins. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
Pass brought in by Amari Cooper. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. That's a 38-yard play for him to move the sticks.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
So the big play has him well into enemy territory and field goal range. They're inside the 30. Stroud throwing here on first. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. Second down coming up.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Couldn't connect on first. It's second down.
All right.
On the carry, here's Dameon Pierce. As this play winds up out of bounds, let's see what that flag is all about. A gain they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty. And now we're going to wait to see how they respond. Everyone's prepped. It's second down now.
On the quick, right?
Operating from the gun, it's Stroud. And this one's dropped for what would have been a nice gain.
Oh, that drop is such a bummer because it ruins the payoff of such a well-designed play, Kate. Got the man open, beat the coverage, but then you got to go finish it. You got to go make that catch. I will say, keep that one in mind. They can revisit that play in the future.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down. Dell with the grab. And he's going to be taken down a yard shy of the 25.
How many times, Kate, do we see those routes, those horizontal east-to-west routes, just get that first down on these critical third down situations? It takes tremendous eyes, tremendous speed, and a tremendous want-to by the defense to stop that short. A dependable kicker, man, that is a coach's best friend. Saves him so much stress to have a guy he can really trust to go out and hit it from that distance consistently. Because from that far out, no kick is a guarantee.
And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. They'll get this drive started. First and 10. Opening carry for Devon Achane. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. Offense in the hurry up here. Second down carry for Achane. He'll drive it forward, but won't get beyond the line. Give that tackle to Johnny Newton. He didn't get anything on that run, so struggles on the ground, leaving them with third and long. They've got a man in motion.
Let's go. Out.
Throwing, here's Tagovailoa on third. He's going deep this time. Well, they had the look, certainly didn't shy away from it, but couldn't connect, and now they're stuck facing fourth down.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
The fair catch taken in at the 28-yard line. We don't get a return out of that punt, and it's going to be Texans football. And the drive will start out with a first and 10.
Here we go.
Stroud off the play fake. Buys time, rolling right. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on first down.
You hear so many programs all around the league talk about it's all about the ball. It's all about the ball. Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. And right there, he understood it's all about the ball, and I'm not going to risk a turnover wisely, throwing it away.
Only 2 yards on the play, and it brings up third and 8.
Here we go. Let's go.
Shotgun now for Stroud. He's on the move. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means fourth down coming up. Texans going to kick this away on fourth, and it's Tommy Townsend on for the punt. Tyreek Hill deep for the Dolphins. Officially a 55-yard launch. And it'll be Dolphins football. They're out and set, 1st and 10.
Ready. Set.
Tua now from the gun. That's caught, Devon Achane. And he's going to be touched down about 3 yards shy of the marker. Offense up to the line fast. Tagovailoa now working from the gun. Taken in by Smith. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that 1st down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Running with Achane out of the gun. And his drive up the middle gets him about 3. Kalen Bullock up to make the stop. Working quickly here.
Turbo 3, 10. 21G.
From the 42. Caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out. And the Texans grab it. At the 20. And Houston returns this to the end zone. Touchdown. The Texans grow their lead off the turnover. Here's Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Texans go up 10-zip here in the 1st. Still reeling a little after fumbling that away, but they're going to get it right back with this kickoff. And that's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else. So that football coming out to the 30-yard line. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Ready. Ready.
Tua out of the pistol. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be 2nd down.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Tagovailoa off the play fake. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time, well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
To the air, 3rd and long. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up. Jake Bailey on the punt. And this will be his 2nd effort of the contest. He sends this away, and oh, this is going to be a field flipper. And some textbook work covering that punt. It is stopped after almost nothing on the return. That punt finishes as a 60-yard effort. And they're going to take over possession. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Handoff headed left. Pierce. And a couple of teammates combining there for the stop after just 1 yard.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Here we go, 2nd and 9. Escapes out to the left. He tucks it and takes off. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down.
Well, this is in every quarterback's tool belt, even the ones not regarded as the best movers and shakers. But, Kate, to play QB in the league today, you've got to be able to do this. If you've got nobody open, still get some positive yards with your legs.
Stroud now on 3rd. Completed to Collins. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. New set of downs for him from the 46. On play action, here's Stroud. Finds a seam down the middle. And he stopped just before he reaches the red zone at the 21. That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the first.
You know I love those chunk completions. They're so critical. Those chunk plays, they lead statistically so often to scoring. And then when you get it to a tight end and play action, it's just a little icing on the cake.
That's much too high and out of the end zone. Incomplete. That throw doesn't lead to 6. So it'll be second down.
That's somebody they're going to look for if he has any space deep. That space, though, Kate, just disappeared between when he let that pass go and when he actually made it down the field.
Shotgun handoff to Pierce. It'll be a quality gain on the run, and that also brings us to the end of this quarter. So before they can set up for another play, we've hit the end of the first quarter. It's a 2-score game early. Back to Hard Rock Stadium right after this. Welcome back. Time for our second quarter. The Texans with a chance to score. Back to throw. Stroud. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up fourth down.
You know, it's a point of emphasis in practice each and every week, no matter where we go. How are we going to attack the coverage on third down? If it chose the wrong play off that call sheet that time. Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm, and no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm and start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
The kicking team all ready for the Texans, and forward they run to send it away. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with Achan. What a hit. He gets flattened to the ground. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Going play action. Tagovailoa. This is caught by Jalen Waddle. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down. We have a timeout now for somebody shaken up on the previous play, and as they work on him, his teammates hoping this doesn't keep him out of the postseason.
Hey, get set.
First down, here's Tua. He brings it in. And in for the Miami touchdown. Great opportunity to find a touchdown there, Brock, and they come through with 6.
Receivers want the ball everywhere on football fields. But you start smelling the end zone, they really want their chance. And they will tell you as a quarterback, just give me an opportunity and I'll make a play. He sure did.
So here's the kickoff, Brock. Just 6 points now separating our teams. Brown with a return here. They'll have decent field position to begin with here, Brock. He's tackled just beyond that 30-yard line.
At their own 31-yard line.
They've got first down from the 31. Pierce takes it straight ahead. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up 2nd and 6. Right back it goes to Pierce. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. That's going to be a gain of 6, and they need only inches now here on third down. They'll go right back to Pierce. And he's officially in enemy territory now. They're going to give him the opposing 49. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down.
That is your old school meat and potatoes call right there. Don't even think about throwing it. Just rush it ahead and get what you need.
1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. From the gun, Stroud. This is complete to Schultz. And they make the tackle at the 38. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
Nice loft on that one, but it falls incomplete. Well, no look on his first look of the game, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. From the gun, here's Pierce. And not a lot of room for him as he's brought down. Give him 3 that time. That's going to bring up 3rd and 7.
All right.
To the air, Stroud. He's got the 1st down grab and still going. Pickup of 12 on that play. And the Texans are going to have a 1st down.
Here we go, let's go.
Here's Stroud. Complete to Dell. It's inside the 10. And he's in! Touchdown, Houston! The Texans go up by 12. Tank Dell, the touchdown. So he finds his man in space, and then the wideout takes advantage. Nice finish there to take it in for 6.
Yeah, no question about it. We know points are always a premium in this league, and this really becomes a 3 to 4 point play. Right, when you don't have to settle for field goals, you could throw it underneath and your receivers do that much damage in the open field and score a touchdown. That's big time.
And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Ready. Hey!
Out of the gun, Tagovailoa. Makes the grab in bounds left side. Into the red zone. And he's all the way home. Touchdown, Miami. The Dolphins make it a 1-score game in the 1st half. It's a Jalen Waddle touchdown. That is as efficient as an offense can be. One play, 70 yards, and 6 points, Brock. They can save the rest of the plays they had prepared for their next series.
Rest of the plays? Why even call a different one? I mean, that one hit the sweet spot on the barrel and got out of the yard in a hurry. Perfect call to catch and sleeping to start that drive.
So here's the kickoff, Brock. Just 6 points now separating our teams. Brown with a return here. Finds some space. He's past the 30. They'll bring him down on the return as he gets this to the 33. They're out and set. 1st and 10. Pierce off the middle. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
2nd and 8. That's knocked away by a defender, incomplete. Try and get it to Nico Collins. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long. Operating from the gun, it's Stroud. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along your route, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. And the line doesn't hold up, and completions follow.
Begins his return at the 16. And he's getting nothing on that return. They wrap him up almost at the exact spot that he fielded that punt. Big kick on that one, 62 yards. And it'll be their football. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
They're right here.
A-Chain on the inside give. And they'll manage to contain him after about a 6-yard pickup. Jalen Petrie there on the stop.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
Nothing there left side as it ends up incomplete. This one misses the tight end. And now they need to get 4 on 3rd down.
Get safe. Go ahead. Scat. Hey.
Blitz coming, Tua. On target to Waddle. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. A-Chan gets this on the draw. He breaks the tackle. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down. New slated downs to approach here from the 40.
Right. Out.
1st down, and they go right back to him. Good little rip there. Looks like about 6. Kamari Lassiter getting up there to make the stop. He managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4.
All right. Funny TX.
They send Hill right. Out of the shotgun, a give to A-Chain. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Well, looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a 3rd down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later, for that next 3rd down coming.
Ready, set.
Oh, he taps it quick to the receiver coming across here. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
Hey, come up, 2.
Clock running. Dolphins will hurry to the line. 2nd and 13. He's got Smith. Running in the red zone. And he'll take this across. Touchdown, Miami. The Dolphins tie it in the final minute of the half. Extra point attempt coming from Sanders. The point after splits the uprights. And the Dolphins take the lead on that successful kick. Sanders all set to send it away. Brown with a return here. He stopped on the return at the 27. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. On the carry, it's Pierce. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Timeout coming from the Texans. That's their 1st. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Shotgun now, 1st round. Collins there to grab it. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
He just got rid of it, Brock, but he was still in that tackle box. This is going to draw the flag. Well, I've always wanted to ask this, and this feels like the perfect moment, Brock. Is there ever a time where a quarterback feels intentional grounding is actually worth it?
No. I don't think so. Not for your team, not for your play caller, not for your coach, not for the game situation. There really isn't a time. You've got to find an outlet, somewhere to throw that ball away safely. And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
No connection on the last play, and now it's third down. Now it's Stroud. Chased out to his right. And that one hits the deck. No fear from them trying to go deep on third down. You love that. Don't love the fact they couldn't connect. Fourth down coming up. Tommy Townsend on to punt. And he's going to try to give his defense a long field to defend. And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. And something on the return, but not much, as it still ends inside the 20. Call that a booming 56 yards in the end. And hardly any time remaining for them in this game. This drive starts with barely any time left. 13 seconds in the half.
44. Ready. Set.
Looks like they'll play it safe with a run to the outside. And he gets him around 6 there. Jalen Petrie there on the stop. Just before halftime, we get a timeout. Take it.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
Solo left Zion. Set.
Back to throw it. He puts some juice on a deep throw. That's grabbed inside the 30. And he breaks into enemy territory before being stopped on a huge gain. Jason Sanders leading the Dolphins field goal unit out. The upright's 31 yards away, dead ahead. Aubrey puts it through. And that'll push their lead to 4. We've reached the midway point of this contest. 2 quarters down and an exciting 2 to go. The NFL on EA Sports returns after this. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate, Scott, Brock Ewart with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. Well, if you love high-scoring games, no doubt you have been glued to your television so far. And no signs of slowing down as we begin our second half. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. They'll get this drive started. First and 10. Handoff running left, A-Chain. He'll work it a couple of yards past the line. Jalen Petrie there on the stop. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. Tagovailoa working from the pistol. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. Third down coming up.
Kate, I've seen a one-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions get more depth. But a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it. Except for this defense, it just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play.
Number 1. Let's go. Out.
Tagovailoa facing third and long. Forced out to his right. He's running for it.
Well, that's an excellent job by the defense. All eyes on the quarterback. When you're playing a quarterback that can escape, well, even though you cover, you still got to cover down and go chase that QB out of bounds before he could get the first down.
He's got it at the 24. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. That one an impressive 57-yard kick. And they'll get ready to go on offense. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Cooper going to motion over left. And he flips the field for them before being taken down.
Yeah, when you got a game changer as a wide receiver, you want to get the ball in his hands any way you can. And I love that call. Right, we see it all the time on bubbles and quick little receptions. But put the ball in his hands as a runner, and this dude's dynamic.
Here's Stroud on 1st and 10. Pass caught, 9-yard line. And they can't jump to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. They strike for 23 yards. And that gives them 1st and goal.
On the quick, right?
Pierce does not get in. His push is stopped just short of that goal line. Offense in the hurry up here. Running left, it's Pierce. And he's in for the touchdown. The Texans grab the lead on their first series of the half. Fairbairn now for the PAT. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Texans push their lead to 3. The kicking team all ready for the Texans, and forward they run to send it away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. They're out and set, 1st and 10.
Go ahead. Hey, 21 TX. 21G, 21G. Got
2 and out from the gun. That one's cut along the left sideline. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs.
And the Dolphins, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
scat.
They give to Achane on the option. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
20 TX.
Offense to the line for 2nd down.
Watch it, Oscar. Out.
Tagovailoa now working from the gun. Able to find Achane. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the 1st.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
Ready.
Oh, look at this. Quick touch pass to the receiver. And he's stopped. Now we'll wait to hear what this flag is all about. Fighting all he could to keep his quarterback upright, but crossed the line there. That earns the holding penalty. That holding penalty is going to make 1st down twice as tough. They're 20 from the marker to start things out.
Hey. Ready, set.
Shotgun snap now to Tagovailoa. Completes this one to Hill. He's got a gain of 6 there. Derek Stingley putting that play to bed.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd down at the Texans' 32-yard line.
Hey. Out.
Here's 2nd and 14. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Azeez Al-Shire has it. And the Texans have it now on his 8th pick of the year.
That is just a big-time individual effort, Kate, defensively. First, he takes the ball away, and then he's looking for points, right? He turns from defense to offense, and one more move, and he might have broken it to the house.
The Texans set up nicely as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. Throwing is Stroud. He's got this complete to Dameon Pierce. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic. but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39. It's a gain of 4, and it sets up a Houston first. Here's Stroud now. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And the Dolphins are going to have it after his second interception of the season.
You know, I can still hear the call all the way up in the booth. Okie, Okie! That's what that whole defense screams after an interception, and you see everybody getting involved. That nearly went for a house call. Just an incredible effort by that offense to run it down, but even with that, they will take that Okie any day. What a huge pick in return for that defense.
Oh, he gets clobbered behind the line.
All right, let's go.
Offense up to the line fast.
Behind the line of scrimmage.
He's
A
right,
loss of
no.
2 brings up 2nd and goal.
Solo left
At
Zion.
the 11-yard line.
Right.
Tua off the play fake. Escapes the pocket.
You know, that's a situation. May have worked out better if he'd thrown the ball. His running ability gets him a chunk of yards, but still some work to do to get that first down.
Buckle up. It's 3rd and goal.
Ready. Get on.
Tua looking to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown, Miami. The Dolphins pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. It's a Jalen Waddle touchdown. His second scoring catch of the game. That one splits the uprights. And the Dolphins take a 4-point lead. Sanders all set to send it away. Brown with a return here. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29.
At their own 29-yard line.
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Here we go. Let's go.
Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. Getting out to his left. Makes the grab in bounds left side. And he'll be brought down after getting it to the 47-yard line. Only 1 quarter remaining now in these teams' regular season. The Texans have it to start, coming in trailing on the scoreboard. One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. First down, Stroud. Put the body on the line for his team. They'll get 18 yards there. And the Texans are going to have a first down.
First down, Texans.
All right.
From the gun, Stroud. He's got the hook up to Cooper. And he has it down officially to the red zone at the 20.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. And the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
This is Pierce. And they bring him down at the 18-yard line. He only finds a window for 2, but that's still enough for a first down.
Hey, Kate, you want to see a picture in the football dictionary of staying on schedule? That was it.
Stroud throwing here on first. On the move, headed right. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up second down.
Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. Rather than force something when no one open and risk a turnover, he wisely just threw it away.
Here's the give to Pierce. And he's able to get this down to the 13. There's 5 on that play. They need 5 more now on third down.
You make that call to just give yourself a fighting chance on third down, Kate. Take at least a little bite out of the big meal between them and the first down marker. And that should make this upcoming call a little less daunting.
Complete beyond the marker. And he's to the 5 before going out of bounds. 9-yard pickup, and it sets him up with first and goal.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of third downs just like that.
And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1. This is going to go as a pickup of 4. Second and goal coming up.
Hey, I get it on first and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with. Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. Second and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. But with a negative play, well, now comes a critical third down.
So now, here's third and goal. They put a receiver in motion right. And in for the Houston touchdown. Missed to go up by a field goal here in the 4th. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Texans push their lead to 3. The kicking team all ready for the Texans, and forward they run to send it away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
Ready.
Man in motion here. On play action, here's Tagovailoa. And this throw's knocked away, incomplete.
You ask a lot of your defenders on that field. It is not easy to play defense in today's NFL. Not only stay in their assignment's hip pocket, but to make plays on the ball as it arrives. He was challenged with an intermediate throw, and he swatted it away with ease.
Hey! Turbo 1, high. Out!
Second and 10 now. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. So they're left facing third and long.
All right, fellas, listen up. Let's go. Hey, 21 TA. 21G, 21G.
Looking to throw. He's got Smith. And he'll get it up to the 44. Big gain, 14 on the play. And that's going to give the Dolphins a first down.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On third down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
It's a sweep. He pops the pass forward. And they'll bring him down after a pretty short gain. Only 2 yards, and it brings up second and 8.
A gain of 2 brings up second and 8.
Get set. Corner, long. 20, TX. Out.
Out of the gun, Tagovailoa. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Trying to connect with Tyreek Hill there. So now it's going to be third and long.
I think that was a throw, Kate, that just came a little bit too late. What it did is it gave that defense time to come up and deliver a pop and knock the ball loose before he could secure it fully.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here.
Solo left Zion. Hey!
Putting a receiver in motion.
Hey.
He's back to throw. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
Offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on fourth.
Ready. Scat.
They send a man in motion.
Hey. Ready, Scat.
Desperation time here on fourth. Pushes it toward the sideline, and he has it. Feet are inbounds. Forget that it was fourth down, Brock. That is an impressive 22-yard pickup, and it gets them the first.
They're right here.
Running with HA and out of the gun. And he drives into a pile of defenders and is stopped right at the line. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
So close to a big loss of yards for those guys up front. 1 second sooner, and they got him tackled behind the line. But a stop to celebrate nonetheless.
Taken in by Smith. Decent gain here, but short of the first.
Get to the line.
Working quickly here.
High. Turbo 1 high.
That's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 2.
3rd and 2. Now Tagovailoa. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
Here he goes. Got to have this on 4th down. Finds his man, Waddle. And they bring him down at the 18-yard line. They hit him for 5 yards on 4th down and get the successful conversion.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10.
Get safe. Go ahead.
HA running to the right. And he's brought down by a collective effort there. Only 1 yard on the carry. Clock running. Dolphins will hurry to the line.
1 yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Turbo 3, kick. Turbo 1, high. Let's go.
Setting up to pass. He brings it in. And they get this down to the 7-yard line. It's a double-digit gain, 10 yards, and now they've got 1st and goal.
I'm sure Coach, the play caller, doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Hey, 21 TA. Out.
Here he is to throw. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass.
Ready, set.
So the incompletion on 1st. Here's 2nd and goal.
Here we go, set.
Back to throw. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And brings up 3rd down.
He did exactly what he was supposed to do on that play. Felt the pressure and escapes the pocket. After that, it's on somebody downfield to get open and give him a target. No one did, and he simply has to get rid of it.
They've held him out twice. Here we go, 3rd and goal.
No.
Receiver in motion, headed right. And they'll make this stop after a small push to the 5. Trying to set this up quick. Now with 2 seconds left, we've got whistles and we've got a timeout. And up next, you'd assume a field goal trying to force overtime. A lot of pressure on this kick for Jason Sanders. This only a chip shot from the right hash. The kick is good. He got it. And at the buzzer, they forced overtime. Well, Brock, 4 quarters couldn't decide a winner. And now we're set up for an exciting conclusion to this contest. Overtime. So as we go through this coin toss, Brock, I'm sure most of our fans know it, but this is something that can decide the game. If the team who gets it first scores a touchdown, the game is over. But if they only kick a field goal, their opponent gets it with a shot to win or tie. And if we play beyond those 2 possessions, the next score would then win. Now hopefully this conclusion will be just as exciting as our opening 4 quarters. The kick is away here in overtime. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
Right.
Here's A-Chain up the middle. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Timeout called on the field, so we've got a player shaken up, and at the worst time, too. They just wanted to keep everyone healthy entering the playoffs next week. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short.
All right. 21G. Corner, long.
From the 38. Called in by Waddle. There it is. Touchdown, Miami. The Dolphins just need 2 snaps to steal the lead. It's a Jalen Waddle touchdown. His 3rd through the air this game. So it's fins up as the Dolphins take the win at home. And they get 1 more victory in a division champion season. That, of course, not the championship they're focused on, right, Brock? And the road to the Super Bowl will begin at home next week in the wild card round.
That's how I be acting. It's for all my not abandoned. For my ladies on stage, they clapping. Transaction, cause your mama need a mansion. Get cracked, put them in the shed so many tears, lost 100 friends. Every time I see them, I'ma need that. Believe that. Label tryna give me feedback, tell me bring the streets back. Fans said they want 2015 Vince. Drop big fish, cuz been weak since. Damn, tell me how you really feel.